Welcome back to Rotunda Studios. My name is Dylan McKercher, and today we are back with more Oscar talk. Each week we'll dive into 2 categories and go over all the nominations and their cases to win. However, I will make my bold predictions on who I think will take home the award. Not to brag, but I'm a little bit of an Oscars expert myself. Last year I hit a little road bump, but I normally finish in the top 5 to 10% on Gold Derby. And the year that Moonlight took home Best Picture, I went 23 of 24 in categories, only getting Moonlight's historic upset wrong. So today, we're going to go over the nominations for Best Adapted and Original Screenplays. And honestly, this year, these categories are pretty easy. So without further ado, let's dive into my predictions for the 93rd Academy Awards. Starting things off with Adapted Screenplay, this year we have 5 very diverse nominations. First up, we have Borat Subsequent Movie Film. And I'm going to save all of you a little time out there and cut down the runtime of this video and not mention the entire film's title. However, the film is written by a slew of writers, including Sacha Baron Cohen himself. Next, we move into my favorite of the batch, The Father, written by Florian Zeller and Christopher Hampton. The third nomination here is Chloe Zhao's Nomadland. The film is projected to win Best Picture, so can its momentum carry it into Screenplay? One Night in Miami may have missed a Best Picture nomination, but Kemp Powers' screenplay gets a nomination here, and our final nomination was a big shock in these categories. The White Tiger, written by Ramin Bakari, snuck in over Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and one of my favorite adapted screenplays of the year, The Mauritanian. So there are 5 films here, but which one has the best case to win? Starting off with The White Tiger, the film has seen some success in awards season, snagging an adapted screenplay nominations at both the Writers Guild and the British Film Academy. However, it is not expected to win either. I see the nomination here more as its win. While in the early time of awards season, One Night in Miami seemed to have this award in the bag. The steam for this film has been fading fast. With Regina King missing director and the film missing picture, I don't see much love or movement behind this movie, and no strong case for it to win in this category. While it is a weaker bunch this season, it's not weak enough for Kemp Powers to take home his first award. However, keep an eye out for him after a stellar year of writing both this film and Soul. He is destined for greatness. The next least likely film to take home the award is Borat Subsequent Movie Film. The comedy sequel follows in its predecessor's footsteps in snagging an adapted screenplay nomination. However, this film has a leg up since it won the WGA award for adapted screenwriting. However, the 2 other films in this category that are bigger contenders were not eligible at the WGA, therefore knocking Borat off of contention here. So now we have our 2 real contenders, The Father and Nomadland. Nomadland seems like the easy pick. It's the frontrunner for Best Picture. It's been sweeping all the awards in this category. Chloe Zhao is on a roll this season, winning the most awards ever in one season for directing. In addition to her nomination in Picture and Director, she is also nominated for Editing and Adapted Screenplay at the Oscars. The only issue here is, Nomadland is not your normal screenplay winner. The film has been praised by many, but some of its biggest fans even admit that the film can at sometimes feel plotless and more like a documentary. However, that has not stopped it so far in this awards season. It took home the Critics' Choice Award and has been nominated at the Globes, BAFTAs, and many more award shows. Even some which don't separate between the 2, such as the aforementioned Globes. However, The Father is peaking at the right time. Sony Picture Classics was under a lot of scrutiny for the lack of publication and awareness for the film and its lack of being seen by a wide audience until last weekend. Myself, I didn't see it until last Sunday. However, the film has been unanimously praised across the board, most pointing to Anthony Hopkins' lead performance and its screenplay as its highest highs. Can it make a late push to overthrow Nomadland and take home the award? While the BAFTAs haven't happened quite just yet, I think that this will take home the award, which will be a major victory for The Father. If you want to be safe, pick Nomadland. If you want to risk, take The Father. I don't see Zhao sweeping awards of Nomadland, and Nomadland's going to win Picture, it's going to win Director, and it has a good shot to win Editing, so I don't think it can take home all 4 for Chloe Zhao, and I can't see The Father go home empty-handed. I'm calling an upset here with The Father taking adapted screenplay. However, if Nomadland takes home the BAFTA, the game's over for The Father. So I called an upset and adapted. But where original had the same fate, let's dive into our 5 nominations, and our first one was a more surprising one, but a very deserving one on nomination morning, with being Shaka King, Will Berenson, and the Lucas Bros, Judas and the Black Messiah. The second nomination we have is a dark horse candidate for many, but one I just can't see happening, being Lee Isaac Chung's Minari. Emil Fennell's Promising Young Woman has been peaking at the right time, More on its chances here shortly. The Sound of Metal, written by Darius and Abraham Marder, snuck into the nominations here, kicking out Juggernaut Mank. Make a film which led in total nominations with 10. Missed this category, and that whole film's about screenwriting. That's kind of ironic, right? And our final nomination was the early frontrunner. Once upon a time, many thought this was a near lock to win. Aaron Sorkin's script for The Trial of the Chicago 7. So let's go ahead and axe two of these candidates. While I love Judas and the Black Messiah and Sound of Metal, they probably have no chance to win here. But in my personal Oscars, they're going to show up all across the board. And if you're interested in those, tune to my show Dill at Night on WMLU 91.3 FM. Minari is the next one that we can knock off. While it has racked up its fair share of nominations, including winning the big prize all the way back at Sundance over a year ago, and scoring various screenwriting nominations, including the Critics' Choice, it has not won any of them. While it is peaking at the right time, it does not have enough steam to overtake these top two in original screenplay. Speaking of steam, the next one is losing it, and it's losing it fast. Aaron Sorkin is an Academy darling in screenwriting, and at one point was destined to walk away with this award, and some even predicted him to sweep this season in this category of original screenwriting. However, heading into the Globes, he did win that, but ever since, he's been dropping fast. The courtroom drama may have released too early all the way back in September. It has lost some major awards, including the WGA, the Critics' Choice, and most likely it's going to lose the BAFTA too. What is it overtaking Trial for all these wins? Well, it's Emerald Fennell's dashing and surging screenplay for Promising Young Woman. The social horror, if you want to call it that, is peaking at the right time. At one point, this film was not even an awards contender at all, but since release, it has been on fire, stealing and finding its way into a lot of victories, even outside the screenplay, but more on that in future episodes. Fennell has taken home screenwriting awards at the aforementioned WGA, Hollywood Critics, Critics' Choice, and most likely it will take home the BAFTA as well. Keep an eye out for this film to overperform on Oscar night. However, that has brought us to the end of this episode of Dill's predictions here with Rotunda Studios. Check back next week as we go over the supporting actor categories to see if Judas Boys can cancel each other out to possibly allow for a Baron Cohen upset, or who even is the favorite in my eyes to take home the most confusing category of the season, supporting actress. But until then, I'm Dylan McKercher, signing off.